El Señor es mi bastión, mi baluarte y salvación, es mi Dios, es mi Dios, mi escudo y defensor, Salvador que libra hoy, es mi Dios, es mi Dios. El Señor me premia por mi conducta y mi valor, es mi Dios, es mi Dios. Te alabaré, Señor, te alabaré, Señor.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Drink Podcast of Joey and Goso TV, where we are going Goso. Wow, the weather's got you down. The brakes in your car, they don't work anymore. You're looking at your wallet, at your waistline, at these allergies, bro, wondering, man, what is going on? Don't worry, Goso family. Let's spend the next few minutes talking about grace, talking about joy, talking about Goso today. Here at the Drink Podcast of Joey and Goso TV. Man, we're live here on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Periscope Live, watching the comments right here. Come into the live stream. We're even on Instagram Live. How are you, Instagram? If you're not following me yet on Instagram, make sure you go to David Trigg, and you can watch this show live on Instagram so that you can make sure that you have your daily dose of Goso for the whole family. Jamba Juice for the soul, living on Goso Street, being a Goso Duende, making sure that you have your Goso hat. Look at this, man, how crazy. Where else can you get Goso for the whole family? Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. or 9 or 10, something along those lines. Here with my Goso mug. Look at these Goso heads. How are you, Goso head? Ah, man, awesome. Got my Goso bell. Every time that we do something awesome, we ring that bell. Also have my Goso bracelet. Also have my Goso trophy. Make sure that you, by the way, as you're watching this show, let me know if you can hear me fine, if you can see me fine, if you can hear the music, if you're feeling that salsa. Talking today about a very important theme, how to change your morning negativity into a daily positivity. Man, who needs more positive feelings and thinking in your life? Raise your hand. Let me know in the comments below. How do you wake up? What is your normal morning routine? After you get yourself ready and you kind of get all washed up, what's the first thing you do besides checking out your phone and watching Goso TV? But after that, what is the first thing that you like to do in the mornings? Give me a comment below right there. Let me know what is your normal routine. We're going to talk about that today, but for the first few minutes here, I want to just invite you to share this video. Make sure that you let me know in the comments below if you can hear me just fine. I'm here watching your comments on Periscope. Hello, Periscope. Nice to have you here. Hello, YouTube Live. Bienvenidos. Welcome to YouTube Live. And as I said, here on Instagram, how are you, Instagram family? Glad to have you guys here Monday through Friday, about 9 or 10 a.m. Pacific, here on this lovely day. Today is already Friday. Can you believe it? I have a few. Let's see. Let's watch what the traffic here. Let's see if this works. What does the traffic look like? My goodness, look at that. If you're in the LA area, check out today's traffic. Let's go to the weather. Let's see. Wow, look at that. Today is about 50 right now. It's going to be 69 later today. And then Saturday and Sunday is going to be a glorious 66 and 68. Also, let's go to the news really quick. See what we got today in terms of las noticias, the news of the day. Let's see what we got here in today's news, Friday, March 24. Top stories from PBS NewsHour. How the showdown vote over healthcare came to be. Have you noticed and have you been keeping up with Obamacare, with Trump care? Today is the vote. And if they don't pass this new healthcare bill, then apparently they're going to stick with good old Obamacare. How about that? From BBC News, all-male White House health bill photo sparks anger. Crazy how when you see people of the same color, especially white males, in government, really anywhere in leadership, I tell you, it doesn't always look good. But to me, any homogeneous picture never looks great. Number 2 here, or number 3, Wall Street Journal. It says the divorced couple, you have to put aside your differences for the good old tax break. I'm telling you, everybody is mad until it comes to taxes. Then everyone is happy and wants to get along with your ex. And then finally, from USA Today, oh my goodness, this one hits close to home. It's spring, and here's how to allergy-proof each room in your home. I cannot stand, I'm telling you, these allergies. By the way, if you're looking for something positive where we give you not allergies, but joy and gozo, please come to my church, which is just down the street here in the city of Bellflower. If you are in the city of Bellflower, then, or in the LA area, or if you can just drive 20 minutes to an awesome church, we're here in the LA area in Bellflower, California at Neighborhood Christian. I'm the pastor there and would love to see you come and check out what God is doing in our amazing community. But as always, I'm just so thankful. I'm back here on this main camera and also on Instagram Live. We're also, as I said, on Facebook Live. Leave me a comment below so that you can let me know, what is your morning routine usually like? I'm sure that you go out, maybe you go for a walk, you watch your phone, you read something, you're probably online like most of us are. But as I said, I want to just talk to you today about, let me fix my Gozo hat here. I want to talk to you today about this very important topic of how do you stay positive? Because here's what I've noticed is a lot of people, let me check my comments here really quick, on Facebook Live and on all these different places. It seems like a lot of people, they wake up with sort of a chip on their shoulders or a little negative or they feel a little bit low. Are you one of those people, Gozo Nation, that you wake up just a little bit, maybe feeling a little bit mad or low or discouraged? Or are you one that just wakes up, man, ready to go? I want to give you 5 tips on this awesome, awesome day so that you can hopefully get your Gozo Mojo going. And I want to just encourage you, before I start with these 5 tips, share this message out with your friend. Make sure that you share this comment out. Leave a comment below. Give me a heart. Give me a like. Let's try to get at least 10 shares here this morning so that we can see more and more people enjoy this day of Gozo. Gozo for the whole family. So let me get into the message of the day here on this beautiful day. This is called the Gozo message of the day. Let me move my awesome trophy here so that you can see it a little bit better right there. There we go. Okay. So now 5 morning tips that you can use to change your negative mindset into a morning mindset that is positive. I think that the number one thing is you have to expect a miracle. Now, as I said in my previous post, maybe if you haven't checked out my page, make sure you go to my page, The David Trigg Show on Facebook or on YouTube and Instagram, etc. By the way, hello, Instagram. Nice to have you guys. Just live streaming live to Instagram as well as to Facebook Live and to YouTube and all the rest of the places. This is brand new here on the Gozo TV, Gozo for the whole family. So, talking, as I said, about I put a post on my Facebook page about something that really gave me a lot of joy this morning. It actually happened this week. So even though there's been a bit of a rough couple of weeks, we've had some things in our home and cars and just a bunch of stuff that have been sort of rough. But the last couple of days, a miracle happened. I can't go into detail yet at this point about all the great things that are happening, but I feel just so, just light on my feet. I feel like I have perspective, like some good things are going to happen. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Let me ring the Gozo bell. I'm telling you. And so number one, how to turn your negativity into a positivity is expect a miracle. Don't think that everything is up to you, that you have to be the one, Instagram family, to make everything happen. I know that we all work hard, and I've been working hard on a lot of things. Obviously, my work, my church, this program, my family, my lovely wife and I, always working on our marriage, praying. We are trying to do all the right things in terms of our health and eating and finances, all the usual stuff. But at the end of the day, you have to expect a miracle. You can't put all the weight on your shoulders to think, I have to make everything work. If you put that kind of pressure on yourself, you're going to burn out, you're going to be discouraged. And I think the reason why most of us wake up feeling low or depressed or maybe with a negative attitude, you're kind of the negative Nancy, is because it's all up to you. You think you are the savior of the world. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? And so you have to, number one, always expect a miracle, because many times you have to say, unless you do it, God, there is no way I'm going to get out of this mess. So always expect a miracle. That's what happened to me this week. Just out of nowhere. Something that I've been praying for, that I've been waiting for, that I've been saying, God, please do something. And actually, it wasn't just one. It was like a couple of little miracles, like 2 or 3 little things. Some of them haven't yet, like I said, I haven't seen them completely realized, but they're coming. You're beginning to see God's wheels begin to turn. You know what I'm talking about, Gozo Nation? You gotta begin to look at the little miracles. Don't just wait for the big bang miracle. Sometimes, Instagram family, you have to be thinking of the little miracles, and you have to be looking for the small, maybe signs along the way. Number 2 is realize that God works in mysterious ways. That God works in kind of like crazy ways sometimes, right? Sometimes we think, well, I got God figured out. I go to church, I pray, I read my Bible, I think about God, and this is what he does, because we think, well, that's what he's done in the past. And so we expect the same thing over and over again. Sometimes we might even expect him to not do anything because maybe he hasn't done a lot in the past. But let me tell you, Gozo family, you have to realize that God works in mysterious ways. That he is always working behind the scenes. And guess what? He's out to surprise you. He's always trying to surprise you if you believe. He works in mysterious ways. Think about how many times you can say, I never expected God to do that. It could be something negative. It could be something that hurt your life, that hurt you. It could be something positive. It doesn't always have to be something good or easy. Even when God allows difficult things to happen, even those things are God ordained and they are mysterious, right, Instagram family? They are not always easy to understand because God works in mysterious ways. Stop trying to put God in a box, thinking that, okay, I got God figured out. He's going to do this. He's going to talk to that person. My mom's going to do this. My friends are going to do that. And my kids are going to do this. Same old, same old. No way. Let me tell you a story. Speaking of same old, same old. As you know, I love to eat sushi. I love to eat anything really, but I love sushi especially. So the other day I went out to my favorite sushi bar. And so the waitress came and she said, hey, how are you doing? She said, oh, nice to see you back. I said, oh, I'm doing great. And then I said, how are you doing? She's like, same old, same old. I said, what? No way, I said. God's mercies are new every morning. You have to expect a miracle every day. She kind of looked at me, kind of like, who's this weird guy? And she said, I guess I've never thought of that. And I said, sometimes those miracles are very small, but you have to always look for them. And she said, I guess people here are different every day. And so, that's something to think about. I said, God's mercies are new every morning. You just have to be paying attention. She said, I'm going to start practicing that. Thank you so much. I'm going to begin to believe that and look for miracles every day. There's my Goso Bell. How awesome, right? I just changed her perspective like that because she was looking at people and at her job and at her family, whatever. She looked young, so probably she didn't have a lot of kids, but we just have to look for those miracles. And sometimes we need to just remember that even though we drive to work the same way and we make the same amount of money and we have the same old clothes and we look the same or older in the mirror every day, every week, that God is not like us. God is working in a miraculous and mysterious way in your life. You have to just believe. Number 3, these are the 5, if you're just tuning in, these are the 5 tips on how to change your morning negativity routine into a daily positive routine. So hello, Instagram, by the way, saying hello to all of my Instagram fans and you, of course, on Facebook and Instagram and all the rest of the places. So number 4, number 3, never give up. Never give up. It's so easy to say that, right? But really, it is the key to everything. So this week, as I said, I've been thinking about some negative things. I have to be honest with you. Sometimes I don't get negative ever, but it's easy for me to think, when is this going to get better, God? When is this going to turn around? And so I can kind of get into that, man, it's taken too long. I think I'm more of an impatient person than a negative person. I'm a very positive person, a lot of gozo in my life, a lot of joy, but I do get discouraged when it doesn't happen right away. Are you like me? Man, Goso Bell, if you can relate to that, Goso family, Goso Nation. So that's why it's important to never give up, because sometimes God isn't thinking of your timeline. God isn't so concerned with the timing that you have for him. He has his own time. Have you noticed that? How God doesn't have the watch that you have? Don't you wish you could just give God your phone and say, God, can you sign up here to do things in my timing when I want them? I've been waiting for months, years. Come on, God, hurry up. And what does God say? 1 day is 1,000 days. And 1,000 years is like 1 day. There's so many jokes about that I'm thinking about right now, but I'll save them for later. But never give up. Because the minute that you give up is the minute that God was ready to do something great in your life. So never give up. Number 4, stay true to your goals and to your values, to what you love. I think the reason why many people wake up with a negative kind of mindset or negative kind of, they become very discouraged in the morning, especially, is because they lose sight. Hello, Instagram family. They lose sight of their own goals. They begin to think that God doesn't care about your goals. People begin to think that everyone else is doing better than you. Or maybe a lot of people feel like God is always against them. Like he never gives you anything good, right? And we forget that God, as I said, he has his own timeline for things. But what you can do is to always stay true to what you want. You want that new husband? Then you got to stay true to that. Now, not if you're married. I'm talking about if you're single or divorced or single again or whatever. You want that new house? Then you need to stay true to that goal and to say, I want that house. Maybe it's something more normal, like you want more peace in your life, or you want to lose some weight, or you want to have your business grow. You need to stay true to that goal. And same as I said earlier, never give up, but to be clear on what you want. So now a practical step for that I use is to have a vision board. So in my room, in our bedroom, I have a wall that I put all kinds of stuff on it. Pictures, drawings, arrows, and I put on there all the things that I want. All the things that I want to see happen in my life this month, next year, in 10 years. Some of it includes me, some of it includes my church, my family, but I am very clear on my goals. Now, you might want to do something different. You might want to do it in your phone. Maybe you want to do something where you write things out. Maybe you blog. Maybe you have a friend that always reminds you of what your goals are. Hello, Instagram family again, by the way. Nice to see you here. The point is to always have your goals in front of you. Do you tend to forget your dreams because whenever something negative happens, then you need to have that person or that vision board remind you of who you are and what you want. And don't tell me, like a lot of people that I talk to, that you just want God's best. That you just want whatever God wants. You know what that means? That's called a lie. Because God has given you specific desires. He's created you since you were in the womb in a certain way to do good works on this earth. I wasn't created to build spaceships or to make cars or to plant, trees. Many people are, though. They are gifted in that. I was created to do this, to talk, to sing, to inspire. And so for me to say, well, whatever you want, God, I get it. That we want to be about God's work, but be specific about your goals and never lose sight of your goals, especially when you're at the bottom. That's when it matters the most. Because when we're doing great and you got a lot of money and you lost 10 pounds, then of course you don't even remember your goals anymore because you're doing well. But your goals matter, especially when you are at the bottom of the hill. That's when you have to remember what your goals are and never give up. And then number 5, and this is to me the most important one, and that is to pray at all times and pray some more. And I have a verse here then that really encourages me, and I think it'll encourage you as well. Out of Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18, it says, "And pray in the Spirit on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the saints." So there, the apostle says, pray in the Spirit. So that means that you get to pray with God, filled with songs, filled with the Spirit of God, not with fear, not with doubt, but to pray believing that God is going to do a great miracle in your life. This is pray at all times, on all occasions, with all kinds of prayers and requests. So some prayers are, God, help me, I'm desperate. Other prayers are, God, go get those enemies of mine. Other times it could be, Lord, I believe and declare that you're going to give me that brand new car, that you're going to make me into a nice person that's in shape, that I'm going to start my business and I'm going to make $1 million in the next 5 years. Be clear on your prayer, your supplication. You want that wife that you've been checking out, you've been dating, you maybe that husband, that man that you've been hoping will finally get his act together. Pray specifically. Say, God, I want that man to make $150,000 so I can marry him. And we can build a business and a home together and give to the church and build your kingdom. Be specific, but pray at all times. Because prayer, what it does, Instagram family, is it reminds us to surrender. It reminds us that it's not up to you and up to me, that you have to, at the end of the day, surrender your life to God. That even though we all think that we're on top of the world and that we're in charge, that at the end of the day, it is God who's in charge. It is He who really can do a miracle in your life. Not you. You and I are not God. We are not the makers of heaven and earth. We need a Savior to come and help us. And that really is something that, practically speaking, some tips, my wife, Rochelle, and I, this is something that we practice every day. It's 2 things. First, in the mornings at 6:30 a.m., when finally I get my butt out of bed, is we pray. We talk about our day every day, 6:30 a.m. before she leaves. And then in the evening, when we're about to go to sleep and we're going to close our eyes, I grab her by the hand and I pray for her and I bless her. You might say, well, I don't have a husband. I don't have someone in next to me, or maybe that person doesn't like prayer. You pray just by yourself then. Maybe you do have kids, or maybe you have someone that you can pray with. Be sure that you take that time in the mornings and in the evenings, twice a day, every day, 7 days a week, 365, blah, 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 to pray at all times. You will just see a huge change in your demeanor when you begin to pray and ask God to bless you. So I want to just close here really quick on this beautiful day to see what comments we may have here on Instagram, on Facebook. Again, hello, Adrian. Thank you, Angie, for sharing this awesome video. Be sure, guys, that you share this video. Let me check on Periscope. Nice to see you guys there. Welcome to Periscope Live. Let me check out on YouTube. Also having a person there watching. So great. And then here on Facebook Live, we have also 1 or 2 people that are checking things out. That is awesome. So thank you guys for everything. Remember to always share this video, especially if you think that this can benefit somebody that wakes up with kind of that negative attitude. Maybe they have, they need a little bit of support. By the way, I want to once again thank all of my Instagram people that we're going to be streaming live on Instagram as well. I know that a lot of you are on Instagram. I love Instagram. Probably my top 3 social media things are, I actually probably like, Facebook number 1, then Instagram. I like Snapchat as well. Not a big Twitter fan, not a big YouTube guy, but I do like to be on Facebook and also Instagram and Snapchat. So if you want to follow me on Snapchat, go to David Trigg LA. Same thing on Twitter, Periscope, basically everywhere. It's either David Trigg or David Trigg LA. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of this topic. How do you think that maybe you and I can be more positive in the mornings? What tips do you have? This, as I always say, is a collaboration. This is a community of Gozolandia, the Gozo Nation, the Gozo Duendes, the Gozo hats, and living la vida Gozo, living on Gozo Street. And so my desire is that we together can build this community and always share this love and this joy. By the way, gozo, if you don't know, it means joy in Espanol. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Remember that I'm here every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., or 10 a.m., depending on my day. Monday through Friday, share this video. Sometimes do it in Espanol, sometimes in English. I do it in both. I don't know. I can't make up my mind because everybody likes to hear gozo, obviously, in their own language. Thank you again, everybody. I am so thankful always for your support. Have a great rest of this day. Have a great rest of this week. A great rest of this month. And I will see you next time. Adios. Vamos a bailar ahora. Vamos.